ABC 10 News at 7 starts now.
A former parishioner is under arrest tonight, accused of intentionally setting a South Bay church on fire. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Surveillance cameras caught the man starting that fire overnight. But as our ABC 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena reports, investigators are still trying to figure out a motive.
Morning services at Church of Christ Iglesia Ni Cristo in National City had to be relocated Thursday morning after an overnight fire left part of the building seriously damaged. That incident was caught on surveillance video that helped police make an arrest quickly. Investigators say 37-year-old Ace Thomas Rancudo was taken into custody Thursday, suspected of arson. National City Police say Rancudo was a former parishioner of the church. Detectives say the video shows the suspect pouring a flammable liquid on the doors and throwing a lit cigarette onto the spot. After that failed to ignite it, police say the person walked over and lit it by hand before taking off in a gray pickup truck. It was that truck that led officers to Rancudo. As for the fire, first responders say officers on patrol kept it from spreading to the rest of the building.
Their quick action of calling it in and getting emergency services rolling, along with that initial extinguishment, for sure prevented it from migrating from where it is today into the interior portion of the church.
At this point, investigators haven't released any information about the motive for the crime. Rancudo was booked into the jail on felony arson charges. Lindsay Pena, ABC 10 News.
There is no official estimate on damage to the church, but services are being held there tonight.
Turning to coronavirus, the county reported 1,200 new cases today, while our 7-day test positivity rate hit 8.4%. Another 3 people have lost their lives to COVID, bringing that total now to just over 3,800. San Diego County is opening more COVID testing centers to meet the growing demand. One of the North County Lifeline, which opened today in Vista. Juanita Cortez is unvaccinated, so she must provide a negative COVID test to visit her brother in the hospital with leukemia.
I mean, it makes sense why they're being more strict because as for my brother, he has a really low immune system. So it makes sense why they're being strict too. So there's not where like, hey, that's not fair. You know, it's fair for the patients, you know, because there's some people that are actually really sick.
The Vista site is one of 4 new stations in the county. The others are in Lemon Grove, City Heights, and Otay Mesa.
Public Health Officer Dr. Wilma Wooten says that San Diego County will not be reinstating COVID restrictions at this time. It comes as other cities and counties across the state have imposed vaccine or mask requirements. But even without those mandates, Dr. Wooten says the pandemic is far from over.
We can't go back to life before COVID-19. We can't act like the virus is not circulating.
Dr. Wooten says the key to getting back to normal life is vaccinations. More than 83% of county residents have gotten at least 1 dose. Almost 73% are fully vaccinated. The county's goal is to reach a 75% vaccination level, which is 5% higher than the state and national goals.
Kids have seen a slowdown, and then in the recent weeks, we've seen a slight uptick in vaccinations occurring throughout the community. We have now started to expand and increase vaccination sites to meet the demand.
And while Dr. Wooten says the county is staying away from mandates for now, she says health officials are closely following the state and federal government.
In the general public, it's recommended, it's not required, but it's recommended, strongly recommended that individuals should wear a facial covering, whether you're vaccinated or you're not, indoors, and we definitely support that.
Says that people who aren't vaccinated should wear masks in all public settings. You can stay on top of any new developments with coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
Crews made quick work of 2 small fires off the 163 in Mission Valley. They broke out just before noon north of Friars Road. And while there is no official cause, San Diego Fire says they may have been started by a car dragging a chain or a catalytic converter spitting hot metal. And any fires are getting extra attention right now as San Diego County deals with serious heat. Meteorologist Angelica Campos is joining us now with a look at the hottest locations. Angelica.
Hi, Kim. Today, the hottest day of the week for most of the county. Not in the deserts. It was actually below average there, but in San Diego, temperatures stayed in the low 80s, just like in Chula Vista. And you can see the difference versus the average. Should be 77 today, about 6 to 7 degrees warmer than that. Places like Vista averaged almost 10 degrees above the normal. Mid-90s today in Escondido. 89 is the average for this time of the year. As we look at the numbers right now, it's still pretty warm out there, even at 7 o'clock. Mid-80s in Escondido, Poway, areas like El Cajon, Alpine, and we're expecting the heat to continue. Although numbers will go down in some parts of the county, while others will be heating up this weekend. I'll have a full breakdown of what to expect and how hot it'll be on Saturday and Sunday in your 7-day forecast.
And we'll see you in just a bit, Angelica. Neighbors are being credited with stopping the spread of a wildfire that destroyed a home in East County. It happened Tuesday on Lions Creek Road in Hamul. Dean Higginbotham and several neighbors frantically created a fire break that held the fire to 1 acre. But the family's trailer home of 6 years burned to the ground. They lost everything, including heirlooms from Heather Rigby's deceased mother.
A lot of the family pictures and a lot of the jewelry from her mother was burned, so it's kind of rough.
Well, 2 cats remain missing as well. A cause hasn't been determined, but the couple believes the fire started in their bedroom, which had an AC unit.
A guilty plea today from the former San Diego TV executive charged in the college admissions scandal. Prosecutors say that Elizabeth Kimmel spent nearly $500,000 in bribes to get her kids into Georgetown and USC as athletic recruits. Her plea deal calls for 6 weeks in prison and 2 years of probation. Kimmel is a former owner and president of the media company that owned KFMB. She is the 32nd parent to plead guilty in this case. And the woman who pulled out a gun while holding her baby at an Easter church service is heading to a state mental hospital. Today, a judge sentenced Anna Conkey to up to 33 years in a state facility. Conkey threatened the congregation while holding her child at Mount Everest Academy in Claremont 2 years ago. She pleaded guilty in June.
This week, the Senate passed a $1 trillion infrastructure bill. If it becomes law, it will be one of the largest investments in infrastructure in a generation. ABC 10 News reporter Adam Rakusin looks at what it could mean for us here in California.
When we're talking about investing in highways, investing in roads and bridges, which is so critical for a state like California, where I think more than 60% of the folks spend their time just commuting.
Karine Jean-Pierre is the White House Deputy Press Secretary. Speaking to ABC 10 News, she outlined how the $1 trillion infrastructure bill could benefit Californians. According to a White House fact sheet, the bill would pump billions of dollars into the state. Based on the funding formula, California would expect to receive $25 billion for federal aid highway apportion programs and $4 billion for bridge replacement and repairs over 5 years. There's also $9.5 billion to improve healthy, sustainable transportation options and $3.5 billion over 5 years to improve water infrastructure across the state. Those are just some of the items the bill targets.
Californians have a lot to be proud of.
But not every California lawmaker is celebrating the bill. Congressman Darrell Issa questioned the spending and funding sources. In a statement released earlier this week, the congressman said, while there is broad consensus on both sides of the aisle in both houses of Congress and throughout the nation to invest in America's essential infrastructure, the Senate deal does not meet this standard. I will not be supporting this legislation. The White House pushed back, saying the bill is bipartisan.
The president is incredibly proud to have worked closely with both Republicans and Democrats, and he's going to continue to work closely with House members to get this done.
Adam Rakusin, ABC 10 News.
The bill still needs to be passed by the House, and this week the Senate also passed a $3.5 trillion soft infrastructure plan along party lines.
It is game over for the city of San Diego's last card room. Today, the California Attorney General announced a settlement in the case against the Lucky Lady Casino. The card room on El Cajon Boulevard was a front for an illegal bookmaking operation. The owner's gambling license will be revoked, and he will have to pay $175,000 in both penalties and reimbursements. Lucky Lady closed in March 2020 because of COVID and will now remain closed permanently.
President Biden is calling for Californians to reject recalling Governor Gavin Newsom. In a statement today, the president said, in part, Governor Newsom is leading California through unprecedented crisis. He is a key partner in fighting the pandemic and delivering economic relief to working families. Both the president and vice president reportedly plan to actively support Newsom leading up to the September 14th election.